I am actually quite miserable as soon as I stop doing sports. And I haven't even been skipping the gym for that long. I've basically missed 3 days, so 3 workouts, and I still did the baseline amount of workouts that I need to do during the week. So it's not like I've even skipped a week, it's just I've skipped a few days and I already have jack shit to do. And at the beginning, it is a nice thing. At the beginning, it's cool to sit at home for a little bit more, to eat some ice cream, to watch TV, to not really have to go and train every single day. But then one day goes by, 2 days pass, and you are starting to get a little bit more frustrated. And you are starting to feel like you are not doing the thing that you are supposed to be doing. And for me, that's the big one. I feel like I am degrading myself and I feel like I'm losing progress by not being in the gym every single day. And obviously, it's not true. Sometimes you are going to have to take a break. For an example, the break I'm taking now is something that I actually needed. I needed to rest. I needed to recover my body. I do have a weird ache in my shoulder that I need to recover from and that I need to basically kind of like let rest. But still, I do not feel great. And this is where I feel like a lot of people struggle when they choose a sport as basically a support system to not do the stuff that they don't want to do. So for an example, a lot of alcoholics and a lot of people that struggle go into sports very heavily to help them and to cure them. So for an example, there is a guy, his name is Dustin Poirier, and he's a famous UFC fighter. And recently a video came out of him doing things that are not that good in a public airport. Him basically being intoxicated, him saying all sorts of slurs, trying to get into fights with people. And I kind of see where he's coming from. Like, if you got into sport to help you not behave this way and you have not worked on yourself as a person and you've just spent decades investing everything that you have in this singular sport, and then when you retire and the sport and the supporting system is no longer there, you are not going to have a good time. You are going to be a little bit off the rails. So there are upsides and there are downsides to choosing this kind of a support system. And I feel like if you want to try to help yourself by engaging into various different sports and trying to improve yourself that way, I think it's good. It's a wonderful way to try to fix yourself, and it is going to do a lot for you. But another thing that you should not ignore as you are doing this is also working on yourself as a person and trying to better yourself as a person, because eventually the sport thing is not going to last. All of us have a preset fixed time frame in which we can actually train and do these sorts of things, and then eventually we are either going to get too old or you're going to accumulate some kind of traumas that are no longer going to allow you to do this. And that's normally where the problems start. That's normally where people fuck up, and that's where the issues start arising, because if you haven't really changed yourself and the only thing you've been doing is basically distracting yourself by doing sports, it seemed like it's a good idea as you actually do it, but once it's over, then there's just more emptiness. And also on top of it, you add memories of you doing something that you loved, because if you are going to do something for such a long period of time, it is inevitably going to become a part of your identity. And once that happens, you actually grow to love this thing. You associate yourself with this thing. You are a part of this thing, and this thing is a part of you. And then when it's gone, it's just going to create more emptiness and more sadness. So it is important for you to work on yourself as a person. And that is something I'm starting to understand more and more, because I honestly have not done that. And if I would not be able to go to the gym, for an example, I would once again start drinking heavily, because in general I do like to drink. I do have a little bit of a problem when it comes to drinking, and not a problem in a sense where I cannot control myself. I don't drink on a daily basis, and nowadays I don't drink anymore at all. But if I wouldn't be doing sports, and if I wouldn't love sports more than I love drinking, oh boy, I would be getting shit-faced every single week. And I still do get shit-faced when I go on vacations and shit like that, but even that is quite limited nowadays. So I try to drink as little as humanly possible, and I only drink when I have absolutely earned it in my mind, and when I'm on like a full-blown vacation and I have absolutely nothing else to do and it's going to have zero impact on anything. That's the only point where I can't allow myself to do these sorts of things. So yeah, I mean, you do have to work on yourself as a person, which is not simple. It's hard, quite hard actually, not an easy thing to do at all, because none of us want to actually tackle the demons that we have, and none of us want to actually meet the demons that we have. But at the end of the day, that is the only thing that is going to save you. And do find a hobby. If you love doing sports, do sports. It's going to be a wonderful distraction, but don't forget to also plan for a period of time when you're actually not going to be doing this. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck like me, sitting in an apartment, losing your mind, eating fucking ice cream and watching UFC. Anyways, thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.